Hello, and welcome to the 101st episode of Rivers Arcade Review. My name is Ed. My channel is dedicated to the coin-operated video games of yesteryear. Today I'll be reviewing a game from my past, Xevious. Xevious was released in 1982 by Namco and licensed to Atari. My first time playing this game was at the Great Lakes Naval Station in North Chicago, Illinois. Xevious is a third-person vertically scrolling shooter game in which you control your ship called the Solvalou with an 8-way joystick and 2 buttons, one to fire missiles and one to fire bombs. You need to fly your ship through a series of enemies on your way to the enemy mothership. The game begins with the ship at the bottom of the playfield. You will fly over a wooded area while there is a display stating Player 1 or Player 2 ready, along with the number of Solvalou you have remaining in stock. Ahead of your ship will be a white crosshair with blue corners. This crosshair will be the equivalent of 1/3 the height of the playfield. You can move your ship 2/3 of the way up the playfield, which will bring your crosshair to the top of the playfield. Firing your ship guns will fire 2 shots that will line up with the blue corners of the crosshair. You can have up to 3 sets of 2 shots on the screen at a time. Once your shot reaches the top of the screen or hits an enemy, you can fire another shot. Your shots will only hit flying objects. Pressing the bomb button will drop a bomb at the location of the center of the crosshair at the time you press the button. You can only have 1 bomb on screen at a time. Once that bomb explodes, you can fire another. You must use these bombs to destroy enemies that are on the ground since normal shots won't damage them. First enemy you will face will be the spinning circular ships. These ships will not fire at you. You need to either shoot or avoid these ships because if one hits your ship, you will lose a life. After being attacked by many of these ships, you will come across 2 ground targets. One will be dome-shaped and the other one will be pyramid-shaped. Dome-shaped silos will fire shots at your ship. You need to drop bombs on these 2 targets, all while avoiding the spinning circular ships. As the game continues, you will continue to encounter more of these ground and spinning circular ships. After around 45 seconds, you will come across a new enemy, which is tank-shaped. These tanks will remain stationary and not shoot at you at this point of the game. Shortly after the tanks, you will cross a river and you will come across some more silos as well as a group of 5 silos in a plus formation. Shooting one of the outer silos will cause it to explode, although if you shoot the center silo, the entire formation will explode. The next enemy you will face will be an 8-sided tank that will fire shots at you similarly to the silos. These tanks will always follow the tan-colored roads. These tanks can only be destroyed by your bombs. Because these tanks are constantly moving, you need to shoot a little bit ahead of them to destroy them. After passing more ground silos and spinning circular ships, you will come across another river, then more spinning ships as well as ground silos for the next obstacle you will face. The new obstacle you will face will be rotating steel plates. These plates are moved from the top of the screen towards the bottom. These plates must be avoided because they are indestructible. While avoiding the steel plates, you'll have a new target on the left side of the playfield, which is a large pyramid. This pyramid won't fire at you, although you can destroy it for extra points. If you shoot the pyramid, the top section will be destroyed, although the rest will remain standing and won't take any more damage. Immediately after the large pyramid, there will be a new enemy, which will be a flying tank-type ship that will fly to about the midpoint of the playfield and fire a shot at you, then the gun will flip around, then it will leave the screen. After the flying tanks, you'll face more ground silos and spinning circular ships. After several seconds of battling the spinning ships, you'll face more ground tanks as well as flying tanks. Shortly after the attack, you'll begin flying over a runway. After passing the runway, you'll face a new type of ground silo. This silo will be larger, although the target area will be the same as the others. This silo will fire many shots as opposed to one at a time. After the large silo, you'll pass over another forest area as well as more spinning circular ships. After the forest, you will come across another area that has roads and even more ground tanks and silos. Along with these enemies, the flying tanks will also attack you. After the flying tanks, there will be black bombs fired at you from hidden silos. You also need to avoid one spinning steel plate. After the spinning plate, you will face a mothership. The mothership will move downward about 1/3 of the way from the top of the playfield. The mothership will shoot indestructible shots at you while you are trying to destroy it. You need to bomb this ship in the center of it or it will keep firing at you. Once you destroy the mothership, it will move off the bottom of the playfield. The black bombs will be fired at you during the entire mothership battle. After the mothership battle, you will face more rotating plates and even more flying tanks. After the tanks, you'll face one more large silo before facing a new enemy, the spinning winged fighters. These ships will spin on their vertical axis, making it harder to hit them, all while they shoot at you. After the spinning ships, you will face another new enemy. These enemies will be circular ships with spikes rotating around them. These ships will shoot at you as well as try to ram your ship. You can shoot these enemies with standard shots. In addition to the spiky ships, you will face more tanks, although these will be moving through the water. The tanks need to be bombed just like tanks that are on the land. After the water tanks, you'll face more spiky ships before reaching land again. Once you reach land, you will face more silos, tanks, as well as large and moving silos. You'll also face the plus grouped silos. After the silos and tanks, you will face more rotating steel plates. While you are being attacked by the plates, you will face more silos, ships, and tanks. After making it past these enemies, you will face small ships that are about the size of enemy shots. You can shoot these ships with your standard shots. After these enemies, you will face more black shots from the hidden silos. After the black shots, 2 spinning diamonds will fly downward and escort your ship. After a short time, these diamonds will join together and launch forward, although I was unable to find any reference to what these diamonds were for. Once the diamonds leave your ship, a giant black bomb will fly downward toward the top third of the playfield, then explode, showering 16 indestructible bombs in a circular spray pattern. After the large black bomb explodes, you will face another mothership. You need to bomb the ship in the center just like the previous one. The entire time you battle the mothership, you will be attacked by the small black bombs just like the first time you faced the mothership. After the second mothership, the game repeats, although at a harder difficulty. In addition to the difficulty increase, the spinning circular ships will now fire at you. There are also 4 hidden bonus flags from Rally X hidden throughout the playfield. You need to bomb where they are hiding and then fly your ship over them. If you do so correctly, you'll earn an extra ship. Scoring for the game is as follows. You'll earn 30 points for each spinning circular ship, 100 points for each pyramid-shaped silo, and 200 points for each dome-shaped silo and each tank. You'll earn 1,500 points for each plus-shaped silo and 200 points for each regular silo connected to the center silo. You'll earn 800 points for each 8-sided tank, 300 points for each large pyramid, 550 points for each flying tank, and 2,000 points for each large silo. You'll earn 4,200 points for the mothership and 1,000 points for each mothership gun you destroy. You'll earn 150 points for each spinning winged fighter, 70 points for each spinning spiked ship, 400 points for each floating tank, 10 points for each mini-ship, 300 points for the fighter spaceships, and 50 points for the reversing ships. I wasn't a fan of this game due to the repetitive nature as well as the difficulty, although if you could play it on an emulator, I would say give it a go. I like this game a little more than Lady Frog, but not as much as Jump Coaster, so Xevious flies into the 84th position overall. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any games you'd like me to review, please leave a message below or on my homepage. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned to new videos every Wednesday and Sunday.